Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into the Financial Investor channel. My name is Brent. Today we're going to be covering the end of month portfolio and dividend payouts for the month of July. Every month I will be doing one of these. They will basically cover what stocks I currently hold in my portfolio, how many shares of a specific stock that I may have added to my portfolio. If there are any stocks that I added to my portfolio, I'm going to be talking about what the percent change was for that specific stock for the month. And if I bought into that specific stock at a time in the month, I'll show off what my gain was versus the gain for the average of the month. And that'll be shown off here in an example because all of these stocks that I have in my portfolio were all purchased this month as I moved from my Motif investing broker to my Robinhood broker, my platform, where I do all my stock investing now. I also did change a lot of my views as far as what kind of investor I am. I was a growth investor for a time. Back in the past 2 years, I was doing a lot of growth investing, so I bought in to a lot of the growth stocks such as Apple, Blizzard, Amazon, e-commerce such as Shopify, and I changed up my my view going forward here, and that may change in the future, but for right now I think I'll continue to keep these ones for the next 15-20 years. I may switch some of these out every quarter, and that will be reflected in these monthly videos. So let's go ahead and get started without trying to take up too much time here. Overall, I hold mainly technology and consumer stocks with 2 healthcare and 1 energy. I'll be having a post on what my changes were for the month. This is a little bit not so color coded, so I am going to be using my Google one here. And so mainly what we're going to be showing off here is ticker symbol is ABBV for AbbVie. It had a negative 3.47% performance for the month of July. I was able to buy in at what I thought would be a negative, a bad stopping point on a negative trend, but it had continued to go down slightly at negative 2.79 overall for my performance. ADP, automatic data processing, was a great buy this month. This is one that I continue to hold from my my Motif investing platform. I continue to hold ADP. I think it's a really good long-term stock. It has good dividend payouts and dividend history, as well as it has really good monthly performance. You can see that it had a increase of 16.10% for the month of July. My increase had a 17.39% gain. I had researched this one and saw that it was greatly undervalued and made my purchase into it, and it turned out for the better. Colgate has been another one that I saw in the news that had dropped a lot. It's actually down negative 2.35 for the month of July. I am up 0.07%, so I bought it nearly bottomed out, and it has gained a little bit since then. So this is a long-term buy, really good recession proof. If you look up this stock on the charts, it has really good recovery during the 2008 crash, and they've continued to pay out dividends for 20 plus years. Cisco is another great stock. It's been paying dividends for 7 years. It had an increase for the month of 0.38%. I bought in, and I had an increase of 0.29% from my portfolio. Dine is one of my riskier investments. Dine Equity. They currently run IHOP and Applebee's, and had a negative performance for the month of negative 8.23%. I bought in at what I would think would have been my bottoming out point. They did show some increase today, so that could be a returning point. So they have my portfolio is negative 3.54. They did go up today 0.44%, and it looks like during after hours they dropped a little bit, but it looks like it's on an upwards. So that's going to be one that's going to have good growth in the future, I believe. And along with their 9% dividend payout, it's going to be, I think it'll be a good hold. EPR was one of the older ones that I bought in towards the end of the month. I bought in, I had a negative performance for the month of negative 0.88%. I bought in what I would consider a negative point on that one, a really undervalued point. I had a gain of 1.22%. Intel, I saw this one on a downwards trend when there was a correction. It's actually up for the month 6.01%. It did have a bit of a dip mid-month. It's where I made my purchase. Then I have an increase of 3.11%. Lowe's was a great buy. This one came in the news and went down about 5% because the Amazon and Sears talk, how Amazon was going to begin to sell Kenmore products, and Lowe's took a dive of about 5%. I bought in at that low point, and I have a gain for the month of 6.57%. Microsoft, they had a correction, and they continue to have a bit of a correction. Even with their good earnings report, they continue to dip down a little bit. This is one that I'd like to buy more shares of. I'm not at the standard equity as my other ones, but this is one I will probably be buying into. This is in my upcoming videos, my buys for the month of August. So this will be one that I'm going to talk about. And it had an increase of 6.65%. My portfolio had a negative 1.30. Reality Income Corp had an increase of 1.80 for the month. I am down 0.9%. Paychecks is another human resource similar to ADP that had an increase of 2.34. They were undervalued at the time I saw them, and they had dipped down. I was able to buy in, and I had an increase of 1.05%. PepsiCo, they have an increase of 1.01%. I think I had some news. They met earnings, but they had a bit of a dip, and that's when I bought them. So I had a gain of 0.56%. Pivner, I'll have to check what's really going on with them. They are a pharmaceutical company. They've been really good. Same with AbbVie, but both of these have. It's mainly the healthcare, the bill being delayed several times. That's kind of hampering these ones. But I believe once it's done and signed and out of the way, these will kind of rebound. I have no problem right now holding these, of course, and I really want to buy into AbbVie a bit more. I think Pivner, I've averaged that one down, and I'm actually increase of 0.1% on my actual portfolio. So good averaging down, and I'm actually up there. AT&T has been a great buy. I bought it at a really low point. I had good monthly performance at positive 2.34% in my portfolio. I bought it at a really low point. I have a 7.27% increase for the month. Verizon was another buy, has a good monthly performance of positive 6.65%, and my portfolio was 10.10%. ExxonMobil, I had a negative 2.51% for the month. I bought in what I thought would be a nice flooring out and increasing area, and I'm actually down a little bit at 0.94%. But again, anything below what the dividend payout is really nothing, and that just means I'm getting a nice discounted buy from those dividend purchases, those dividend paybacks. My dividend payments for the month of July were from Coca-Cola. I had 19 shares of Coca-Cola that rolled over from these are all from Motif Investing. So I was paid out $7.20 from Coca-Cola. ADP, this is one that I continue to hold, and I upped my shares. I only had 5 shares of ADP. I have quite a bit more shares now of ADP. Let's see here. I actually hold 33 shares of ADP now, and they paid out in the past, $2.94. Alteria Group paid out $7.13. Xcel Energy, $6.71. I believe these are 2 utilities. I don't do a lot of utilities anymore. They're pretty consistent with paying out dividends, but their growth and declines just their dividend payout didn't average out to their loss overall. Dow had a payout of $16.86. This is one that I wanted to continue to hold in Motif Investing until the ex-dividend date before I was really selling off that one. I wanted to sell it off at a positive note and then also get that dividend payback. So overall for the month of July, my portfolio had an increase of 2.39% for overall my performance for the stock market, and my dividend payouts was $40.84. Now I will be having, I will start to get a little bit more payback in the future from dividends because I did invest quite a bit this month, and I averaged out about 3.94% yield. So my annual will be about 2,000, but of course I'm going in at June, so it'll probably be a little bit under that, well, half of that and under half. So that is it for this video. If there's anything else you would like to be discussed in these end of month videos, please include that in the comments, because right now I'm going to mainly be covering what stocks I bought into, which were all of them, and some of my last ones of course were EPR and Dine, and I believe my portfolio has good future potential and dividend payouts for the next coming month. We'll be talking about that in another video. So that is it for this video. I want to thank you all for watching up until this point. If you like this video, hit that like button, and please remember to subscribe for future financial videos. If you haven't checked out my website, go ahead and do so. I do have my portfolio on there, my dividend payouts, and that is all here on my portfolio. You can check out the dividend payout for each specific month and how I am up in the year. If you have any questions on any of my portfolio or how I screen any of my stocks, please leave that in the comments below and I will always reply. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye.